All right, let's talk about the valid parenthesis string. So you are given a string S containing only the opening, closing, and star. You will return if the string is valid. And then the constraint is what? The opening has to correspond with the closing, but also goes before the closing, right? And definitely the red parenthesis has to go what? Goes after the opening, and it has to correspond with it as well. And then the star is actually represent the left or right or empty. So the idea is pretty straightforward. So I'm going to be using two for loop, but it has to be individual for loop. So for first for loop it's going to traverse my left, and second for loop is going to traversing my right. So I'm traversing from the left to right. This is right to left. Why? I'm going to just keep track of the opening, and or the star. So I will keep track of the number, the opening, or the star, and also what? And also the closing. But how do I do this? So I'm going to just keep track of the number for opening, and or the star, and the number has to be greater than what? Closing. So this number has to be valid. And if the balance is actually equal to 0, so balance represent what? Um, the number of the opening and the star and then the closing. So the balance, this will be increment, right? You increment this and then you decrement the closing from left to right. So this is pretty straightforward. So if the balance is actually equal to 0, I know they are matched somehow. But if they are not equal, if balance is not equal to 0, right? So you have to traverse again, just making sure the star, because the star could be about the star could be left or right or empty, right? So the star could be some troublemaker. So I'm going to traverse from my right to left, and then if I see the closing and also the star, I'm going to increment. But if I see the opening, I'm going to decrement. And this is basically it. So the idea is that you want to keep track of the balance and also reset the balance after the if statement, because you when you traverse again, you already know opening is fine. The count of the opening should be fine. I only need to worry about the right, the closing right. So let me stop coding and you'll be able to follow along. So I'm going to say balance is equal to 0. I'm going to traverse from left to right using the char array to char array. So if the C is actually equal to opening or C equal to the star, I'm going to increment my balance. Everything else increment my balance. But also I need to check, do I have the overcome number for the closing. So if the balance is actually less than 0, I'm going to return false. And I'm going to check, do I have the correct number for the balance? If this is equal to 0, I know this is going to be fine, right? So I will return true. But when I traverse it from my right to left, I'm going to use the int method. So I equal to s dot length minus 1, I greater to 0, I minus 1. So beforehand, I need to reset my balance. This is because I'm starting from right to left, not left to right? So the count of the balance after the check, right? You can reset already, right? So if the chart C equal s dot chart at ai, if the C is actually equal to closing or C equal to what? Star, right? Balance increase, else balance decrease, right? And in this case, I'm going to check. I'm still going to check. Do I have the correct balance? So if the balance is less than 0, which means what? Your opening is so many or it's overcome, so you'll return false. And every time you will return true. We don't care the balance is greater than 0 or not, because the star can be what? More than the opening or closing. But since we already know the left parenthesis is fine, so we don't have to worry about this. So we will run the test and then we will run our code. Alright, so the test is passed, so let me talk about the time and space. This is going to be a space, right? All of one constant. This is going to be a time, the for loop. So all of n and all of n again. So the total time complexity is all of n represent length of the string. So this is the solution. So if you have any question, leave a comment below. Subscribe if you want it, and don't forget to leave a like. And I will see you next time. Bye.